Alright guys, welcome back to MTV Bench Rider. Today we're out here building some trails and we're going to be working on the landing of this jump here. Dirt keeps kind of falling out, so we're going to reshape it and block it in with some boards there so that way it stays nice and clean and a little less maintenance. So let's get at it. So time lapse for the building sections because one of the neighbors is cutting grass and all you hear is the sound of the lawnmower. But what we're doing here is cutting out some small trenches to put some 2x6s along the landing of the jump that I screw into the log that is at the front. That way the dirt will help retain its shape by being packed into something. You can kind of see where we're cutting there that it's just being washed out to the sides and it's making the landing of the jump just a little bit narrow. So by putting these in place, we're able to help it retain its shape a little bit with some less maintenance. Now that we have those boards in place, now it's just backfilling some of the dirt from the sides, and we're also pulling dirt from a pile that we have up at the beginning of the trail. Alright, so got it pretty much packed in. It's real nice because the dirt's kind of wet. It rained like 2 days ago, so the top layer is dry, but once we got into kind of the meat of the mound that we're digging from, much easier. And it was really nice and workable. It comes out in nice little clumps, rake it back a little bit, and then you can pack it down. So, coming along nice. Alright, so we also have this little roller and have this second jump that we're going to put before it, so we get a nice little kick into the big kicker. So what we're doing is just securing some of the decking boards that are there before we place this lip where it's supposed to go. So I'm just adding some screws to the decking to make sure that they're not going to move and that everything is secure and in place. Here we're just digging out some of the dirt around the footprint of the lip so that way we can sink it in, make sure that everything's secure, and make a nice transition. Alright, so we're putting a log here to help close it in with some space so we don't need as much dirt. And I'm doing that to kind of make it more like a tabletop with a real small difference here. Because my son and my kids want to be able to roll over it. So I'm going to fill it in. All right, so last year I helped dig my neighbor's pool, so we have all this extra dirt. So that's the pile that we're digging from. Got a couple good wheelbarrow loads from there. Pretty easy to get to it. Don't fall. So we're almost done. All right, so if you haven't figured out by now, I'm freaking out a little bit because last year when we built the lip and this guy, it was a clean run up to it. Now we've got the little tabletop roller that we just put in, and it's just, I gotta get a feel for it. Quit being a wuss, I just gotta do it. Man, am I freaking out. But I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Yeah!